Good morning. We are live. Before we get started, we're going to hear from one of our sponsors, Tim, home inspector.
Hi, my name is Tim McKean, Family First Home Inspections. I've been doing inspections in the Valley for about 17 years. My inspection reports are very user-friendly, very easy to read, easy to understand. And the best part is I email my reports usually within an hour of completing the inspection. I also can order a termite inspection for you, and as an added bonus, I can order a free roof inspection done by a roofing company. My number is 480-577-5501, or you can email me at the address below. Thanks. Have a great day.
Great. Tim's a great inspector, so if you guys need a home inspector, definitely reach out to Tim. Well, good morning, guys. You know, when it comes to love, some people would say it's probably one of the most important human emotions. And yet, despite being one of the most studied behaviors, it's probably still the least understood. Today on Midweek Mindfreak, we're going to be talking about love.
Chuck and Angela run multiple million-dollar companies. They are members of Riz Media's Billionaire Club, have coached and mentored thousands of agents, and are international speakers. They say by radically changing your mindset, not only can you change your outlook on life, but affect the actual results you obtain. Welcome to Midweek Mindfreak.
Welcome. Hey, great. We're excited to talk about love because we're in love.
Yes, we are.
And we like to share our thoughts on it. You know, love is so deeply connected to meaning and fulfillment. It almost drives everything on a daily basis. And what love is, it's an action or a series of actions that bring us together, that connect us.
Mm-hmm.
It's that important of a human emotion. I love this. I read this line that I thought was pretty powerful, so I'm going to share it.
Please do.
With you guys. Love is a force of nature. However much we may want to, we cannot command, demand, or take away love any more than we can command the moon and the stars and the wind and the rain to come and go according to our whims. That's pretty powerful stuff.
That is pretty powerful.
Yes. So love is that important. Let's talk about some types of love. What types of love do we have? Because not all love is the same.
Isn't it like agape love?
No, I have it right here if you don't have it, honey.
It is. It's agape love. I think agape love is like the friendship one, the brotherly love. Do I have that right?
I don't know. I'm looking for. Okay, go ahead.
If you guys know the name.
Okay, so I'll help you.
I know there's the agape, right?
There's friendship. So this type of love involves liking someone and sharing a certain degree of intimacy. A friendship, a good, strong friendship.
Somebody back me up. Isn't that agape?
No, agape is way more than that type of a love. It's agape is a Greek word.
Yes, I know. I think it's brotherly love.
Speaking about, is our friend Nicole Chambray out there? She's
Greek.
She's a Greek woman. Yeah. Another type of love is infatuation.
I think I don't know what that one's called.
It's a form of love that involves intense feelings of attraction without a sense of commitment. So usually you see like that lust. Early on in a relationship. Well, lust could be part of infatuation.
Infatuation.
Yes, that could be. The other one is passionate love.
Eros.
That's the love that most of us think about. It's this type of love that is an intense feeling, a longing for attraction, commitment, and it's usually something that happens over a period of time. What do you think?
I was passionate about you pretty quick.
No, you weren't.
Not at the beginning when I didn't like you.
You couldn't stand me. You hated
Once
me.
I figured it out.
You called me an asshole.
I did. He was.
That was your form of love. That was an action you took that said, I love you, you asshole.
You asshole.
Well, we finish each other's sentences. There's a form of love. Compassionate love.
Compassion, certainly a form of love.
It's marked by trust, affection, commitment, that type of love, and unrequited love.
Unrequited.
Oh, I want to quit.
No, if it was quitted, it would have 2 T's.
Oh, unrequited love. So now this love is tough, guys. I'm going to share this with you. Tell me, there she is. Come on.
Our Greek friend.
A Greek friend.
Greek
right?
Friend.
Agape. That's a Greek word, right?
Yes, it is. I don't know. Go ahead.
So, wait, hold on.
Agape is the strongest love. I believe you, Danielle.
Oh, yes. Look at that family picture. That's a lovely family picture.
My granddaughter.
Her heart is full, and so is my belly.
And so is my belly.
Anyway, so what is that called again? What kind of love is that?
Agape?
No.
Oh, unrequited.
Unrequited. Now listen to this.
I love Rachel. Rachel, you're my favorite person right now.
Oh my God.
I think Angela is right.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Words for love.
Wow.
Leo, that's the brotherly love. You're right. Eros is the erotic love. Uh-oh.
That's a lot of stuff there.
Cancel. Okay.
So anyway, this love that we were just talking about.
Has there been anyone at all who has been thinking of Princess Bride right now? Love.
No.
True love.
Oh my gosh. So this form of love happens when one person loves another who does not
return it.
Wow.
That's terrible.
That's a terrible.
That's
that should
worse.
be a terrible type of love.
That's terrible. That rips your heart out right there.
So let's talk about how to practice love, because statistics have it that almost 50% of marriages in the United States divorce. That's a pretty ridiculous number.
About that.
I want to jump into why. Why do you think that?
I think that people think they misunderstand what love is, first of all. They think love should always make them feel happy and whimsical and...
Whimsical?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like little stars coming out of your ears or something. It's a fake form. It's not the lasting love of a good, strong marriage.
Well...
Although I do lust after you.
So anyway, let me get into the real reason why I believe, because a lot of people, if you Google it, it'll say communication. And I do believe communication is really key. But if you just communication isn't always going to solve things. So here's why. What?
I have one.
You have one?
Why?
You have one of what?
I have a reason why I think a lot of marriages fail.
Go ahead.
Because you think it's the other person's job to make you happy. Yeah. Like if I thought your job is to make me happy.
Caroline. Well, yeah, so that's going to go into what I was just talking about.
Okay, good.
Because they talk about it in the United States. So I want this to hit home, because we're going to follow into something that's going to really culminate all this together, so that you guys walk out and go, that was better than my psychiatrist that I've been sitting in front of dealing with my problem. So I believe one of the reasons why the divorce rate in the United States is so high is because our society fosters independence. It fosters self-serving. It fosters, what's another word I'm looking for?
I know what you're talking about, where everyone thinks you need to be, you have to have your own self, unique self, apart from your spouse or some stupid thing like that.
Entitlement.
Entitlement.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Entitlement.
So when we walk around through life thinking everything's about us, and society feeds into that. Commercials feed into it. Everything feeds into self and oneness. I think that's probably one of the biggest problems in this country right now. But it also affects everything, is that everything we want is about us.
That's right.
Us.
It's all about me.
And unfortunately, fortunately for what I believe, is marriage is not an independent thing.
No, the two shall become one.
It's an undertaking that requires sharing and sometimes yielding to other partners' wishes or commands.
Not sometimes, definitely. Sometimes that means like not every time, but you definitely have to do that, or there's no chance.
And I really believe that's one of the reasons why there's so many unhappy people, is you think you find happiness by fulfilling just you. And that is so untrue. It's guys,
the opposite.
I'm really going to share something with you that you should really take to heart. You want to change your life, you want to be happy, stop focusing on you. You know, they even say one of the things you want to do when you're depressed is go serve.
Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is this is an unpopular idea. It's unpopular
in this country.
Yeah, and I'm just watching this. I'm watching the people who are watching right now go down. People don't want to hear that you have to yield to other people. They don't want to hear that you need to have a sense of selflessness, that you need to be submissive. Oh, God forbid if you tell people to be submissive to one another.
Yes.
You know, but the funny thing is that is God's definition of love, and it is the most fulfilling thing you can do as a human being.
So here's the thing. Just because most think one way doesn't mean it's the right way. I'm going to tell you right now, when I say, and I've said this before on this show, that I have the perfect marriage, somebody challenged me and says there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Oh no, it's perfect. And it's perfect because we're submissive to each other. Now, don't get me wrong, we have our problems,
not without flaws,
arguments, but we know true love and happiness comes from giving of yourself.
And you know what? One of the highest forms of evidence that you have true love is the presence of mercy and forgiveness.
Yeah, through our Savior Jesus. And when people put down Jesus, look, it's everything he stands for is love. Is love, and society goes against it. Guys, I don't care what people think of me. I serve an awesome God, and I'm going home one day. But I have a perfect life living through the biblical concepts, which quite now is countercultural. Cultural.
Yeah. And
we want to know why our culture's going to shit.
Yeah, no kidding. So we want to talk about the evidence of love. Isn't that, yes, of course it's fun and it feels good and all of that. Oh yes, you do.
Servant leader.
Facebook user.
Yes.
I think it's just where you're watching. But that servant part of it is, and I love how we're going to end this up, and I hope I can do it without like tearing up.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No, I'm not kidding.
So wait, I want to talk about, so how do you practice this love? If we're going to talk about this and what you need to do to be happy, truly happy, right down to the core of you, here's some things I'm going to challenge you with. Number one, be willing to be vulnerable.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Vulnerable. Most people don't want to be vulnerable. How about this one? Be willing to forgive.
That is a huge one. The washing over of when you jack something up so badly and the other person forgives you, that is like a washing over you.
Yeah. Yes. Stop. And you know what? People don't forgive because then they thought, I don't want to be taken advantage of. Look, once again, about you. When you start making it about you, that's when it becomes a problem. Here's another one. Do your best to be willing to apologize when you make mistakes.
That's hard because you especially strong personalities tend to get defensive when they're called out. You know, and if you happen to get defensive at first, come back humbly later.
Every one of these things we're talking about, we do.
We practice.
We practice
all the time.
We practice. We understand it. But I'm not saying it's easy, guys. I'm not saying that we mastered it. We're perfect people. That is not what I'm saying. But when you understand what it is that you have to strive for, your life will change. Remember, Mindfreak. We will change your mind to radically change your life. Let someone know that you care. That's a big deal. Listen to what they have to say.
I voiced that joke. Well, I told her I loved her once 25 years ago. Doesn't she remember?
Yeah.
Like it needs to be said over and over and over again.
Prioritize spending time with that person.
We need a date today.
Yeah.
We haven't had one since yesterday.
Reciprocate loving gestures and acts of kindness. You know what? Go back, give somebody does something for you, do something in return. Sharing things about yourself.
Do you know what you do for me? You will go and order a steak, not Outback steak, the steak 44 steak.
Like real steak.
Like real steak. And he
steak
will
that
order.
I'll pick out the steak place. Not some other people who think they
We're
know
not letting
steak.
some people pick. But he'll order
Rachel.
like Rachel. He will order sweet potato fries or something he knows I want on the side. And then he like pushes his plate toward me like, hey, it's the cutest thing ever. And he does that because he loves me.
It's like feeding the dogs. That's what.
Speaking of dogs.
Look, what do you have on your lap?
What do I have right here?
Oh, look is that a teddy bear?
Yes, it's a teddy bear.
Anyway, and show unconditional love, guys.
That's hard.
That is
Practice
really,
it.
really hard. So let's finish this up with. So we talk about what love is, what we should be doing, and I talk about this a lot. So I want you guys to grasp this. It was in a post that we're going to share with you. But I always say, no, let me backtrack. What does Jesus say about children inheriting the kingdom of God? And it says, unless, how is that phrase?
Become like a child.
Yeah.
Faith like a child.
You will not enter the kingdom of God. And what he's saying is that as we get older, we convolute things. And the heart of children that you listen to them is amazing. So they did, this was in a post, they interviewed
little kids,
4 to 8
or something like that. Yeah.
And they asked them, what is love?
Yeah, just that simple.
And so I'm going to read a few of these, and I want you to grasp how these kids think without over processing it. And in reality, as funny as some of them sound, they got it.
They got it
completely right. So here's one. Here's a Rebecca, 8 years old. Says, when my grandmother got arthritis, she couldn't bend over and paint her toenails anymore. So my grandfather does it for her all the time. Now you go, wow, that's true love. But watch, even when his hands have arthritis too, that's love. That's some powerful stuff that a kid notices that, but you watch what these.
Yeah, what these kids say. So here, this is the part where I don't know if I can do it without crying. They're so sweet. So this little boy, Billy, who's 4, said, when someone loves you, the way they say your name is different. You just know that your name is safe in their mouth.
Wow. Think about it. How old is this kid?
4.
4. Listen to this girl that's 6 years old. Love is when you go out to eat and give somebody most of your French fries without making them give you any of theirs.
That's him. You do that.
Come on, guys. As sweet as that is, these kids recognize it's
a heart condition.
It's a heart condition.
All right, listen to this one. A 7-year-old Bobby said, love is what's in the room with you at Christmas if you stop opening presents and just listen.
Wow.
Come
on. Gosh, if more adults acted like these kids, there's a whole different world we'd be living in. Here's one, Danny, 8 years old. Love is when mommy makes coffee for my daddy and she takes a sip before giving it to him to make sure it tastes okay. Wow. You know
every time I make him a rum and diet Coke, I always take a sip to make sure it's okay.
I always make her sip my stuff. Isn't that what the kings do?
I'm your poison
control
person. Whatever. So listen to Noelle, who's 7. She's so cute. Love is when you tell a guy you like his shirt and he wears it every day.
I actually do that when you say
he does.
Like
I said I love when you wear Target shirts.
Yeah.
And he wears them every day.
Love is when mommy gives daddy the best piece of chicken from a 5-year-old girl.
That is really sweet. Okay, so listen to Tommy, who's 6. Love is like a little old woman and a little old man who are still friends even after they know each other so well.
Yeah. Amazing stuff. So these are really, guys, here's what I want to leave you off with.
No, I have one more. I have to read the last one.
Oh, you have one more?
Don't you have one?
Let's see.
You don't have it? Okay, no, I'm going to tell mine. This is a 4.
Right, here,
you got one?
You really shouldn't say I love you. This is from Jessica, 8 years old. You really shouldn't say I love you unless you mean it. But if you mean it, you should say it a lot. They get it. These kids get it. Go ahead.
Okay, listen to this one. A 4-year-old child whose next door neighbor was an elderly guy who just recently lost his wife. Upon seeing the man cry, The little boy went into the old gentleman's yard, climbed up into his lap, and just sat there. When his mom asked what he had said to the neighbor, the little boy said nothing. I just helped him cry.
Wow, that's pretty
I
sweet
know.
stuff. That's someone who was born with cherub-like demeanor.
We just couldn't get away with not seeing that. I apologize.
Oh man. Anyway, guys, you know,
Let's kiss.
No,
I love
get
you.
that little stupid doggy up there. So one more time. Oh, I love my sister. Yes.
This is Max.
Yes. Maximo, look at the camera. Here he is.
There he is. He has no eyes.
He's got no eyes. So anyway, guys, you know, here's what we want to leave you off with. You want to change your life, change your mindset, start loving, love unconditional. You know, Jesus summed it up, biblical concept. Love one another like I have loved you.
Love your neighbor like yourself.
Yeah, that's powerful stuff. We can change the world. And if you can't change the world, you can change the world around you.
That's right.
That's what we do. We have an inner circle that's very small, that we love to surround ourselves with like-minded people.
Even if they can't pick good restaurants.
Even if they can't pick good restaurants. We just take them to ours and show them how much we love them. Anyway, guys, we really appreciate you guys. You guys have a great week.